What's up, y'all? Oh my god. Okay, so I'm filming early, so I'm tired. I got my coffee. It's just a Sprite. Like, as you can see from the background, I'm still in Jersey, and I'm actually working with like natural light, so you can like really see my skin right now. But I actually wanted that for today's look just because we're gonna do like a Valentine's Day look, you know? And I wanted y'all to see what it's really gonna look like, you know? So no studio lighting. This is raw. Like, anyway, so like I said, we're gonna be doing a Valentine's Day look today. I'm gonna show you guys my take on what I would wear on like a Valentine's Day date night. You could wear this on any date night, really. I just wouldn't wear it on like a first date, you know? Like, you don't want to be deceiving. Anyway, so I feel like I never do like looks like this, you know? Like, I never give y'all like a look. Then I realized like it's a different Valentine's Day, you know? You're not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm single as fuck. Like, I'm so single, it hurts. Like, anyway, but you know, this is a look that you're gonna be able to wear just like around the house, you know? If you want to wear it in your sweats, wear it in your sweats, you know? You just want to feel like that bitch, you know? You know what, let's just get started. And again, this is just gonna be my take on like a Valentine's Day look. It's gonna be long wearing, but it's also gonna be one of those looks that wears off well, you know? It's gonna last all night, but it's also, you know, like, it's gonna come off gracefully, you know? Because it's gonna come off. All right, again, we're just not gonna talk about my hair, okay? I'm not brushing it. Okay, let's do it. So I'm gonna start with primer. For me, this is like my holy grail primer. This is super pore filling, super smoothing. It's just gonna give me a very smooth canvas to work with. This is the NYX Angel Veil Skin Perfecting Primer. It's drugstore, it's affordable. It actually reminds me a lot of the Tatcha one. Now the Tatcha one, I'm pretty sure has like skin care ingredients also. This doesn't, but it has like a similar consistency. Next, I'm actually going to start with concealer, and I'm going to go in with the Kosas Concealer. This is in the shade 07, and I really like this concealer because it's like, it looks natural under the eyes. It's super long wearing. It stays put, it doesn't crease, but it still looks natural. Like, it has coverage, but it doesn't look cakey. So I'm going to blend this out first. So I'm mostly concentrated in this inner corner here because that's where I have like the most darkness. A bitch be tired, y'all. Like, and I mean, if you had like spots you wanted to cover, I would do it now. But again, I like this concealer because it looks so natural on the skin. It doesn't look cakey. It has coverage, but it doesn't look dry or textured on the skin. It's not like super obvious that I'm wearing concealer, you know? It has like a natural finish to the skin. Anyway, once I have my concealer all blended out, I'm actually gonna take this sponge. I actually talked about this sponge in my last favorites video. I'm actually going to take it into my compact. This is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Blurring Powder Foundation. I'm in the shade Y375, and I'm actually just going to pat it in here, and you see it picks up just a little bit of product. And I'm actually going to start by setting that concealer, and then I'm going to bring it down and concentrate the coverage just in the center of my face. And then just work my way out. So like my nose, gotta set these eyelids. And I'm gonna cover like any redness that I have around my nose. I'm gonna do the center of my forehead just to kind of even things out. I'm gonna add like blush and bronzer, so I'm not gonna focus too much on the outer portions of my face, just because like I want this to look as natural as possible. And I don't wanna like pile on a bunch of products onto my face and have this like thick looking layer on my face. Does that make sense? So again, I'm just using this tiny sponge to set that concealer and then focus the coverage on the center of my face. Okay, we are here now. You know, I don't know why I always do my face first, but I do. I feel like I can't do my eyes until I do my face. So that's just how we're gonna roll. Next, I'm actually gonna take my bronzer. This is from CoverFX. This is the Monochromatic Bronzer Duo, Matte and Shimmer. This is in Sunkissed Bronze. This is, again, like my favorite bronzer. And I just kind of dabble into both like that. I tap off the excess, and then I use an angled brush, by the way. I don't know. I feel like it applies dries the best. And I just kind of get the perimeters of my face. I start like right above my ear. That was a lot of bronzer. And then just kind of blend towards the center of my face. Sometimes I don't actually like to use a lot of blush, and I'll only do bronzer. By the way, that's not patchiness, that's just my fat cheek. Anyway, like I said, sometimes I don't do any blush and I only do bronzer, and I feel like blending towards the center of the face like this actually creates like a nice dimension to your face, and sometimes really bronzer is all that you need. I feel like bronzer is like one of my favorite steps in my complexion routine. I just feel like it brings life back to my face, you know? I swear I could do just a little bit of powder, just a little bit of bronzer, and just like roll. But eyebrows too, these eyebrows. Anyway, just because it's a Valentine's Day look, I am going to take a little bit of blush. This is also from CoverFX. This is the Monochromatic Blush Duo Matte and Shimmer. This is in the shade Warm Honey. Again, this is like my favorite blush. I just like how healthy it looks on the skin. I'm really going to tap this out though, because I don't want a lot of blush. And I'm just going to tap it on the apples of my cheeks and then blend back towards my bronzer. And I just, that was not a little bit of blush. You know what? We're here now. Anyway, the more that you blend back towards your temples, I feel like it kind of like lifts your face, you know, and we need that over here. Anyway, for highlight, I'm going to use this one from Natasha Denona. This is the All Over Glow. Yep, in the shade Medium. You can use this on your face and your body. I always use it on my face just because it's like super smooth, and it's also like one of those like barely there highlights. Like it looks like the light is just catching your face, you know? It's like that highlight that you wear when you are wearing a lot of like eye makeup and you don't want to look like your face is overdone. Does that make any sense? But yeah, it's like super smooth, super natural, doesn't accentuate texture, but it also just makes your skin look so healthy. Tell me that don't look healthy. But you can also go like in with like a really dense brush and like get like a really metallic look out of it. I love this highlight. Anyway, I also mentioned that in my favorites. Okay, so if y'all don't follow me on Instagram, y'all don't know, but I mentioned that I'm actually regrowing my eyebrows just because I just want to see what happens. So they look a little crazy right now. For a Valentine's Day look, I would go with like a natural brow, just because I feel like it wears off better. So I'm gonna brush my brows up, and I'm not gonna do like a super structured brow. Like I'm not gonna fill in the whole thing. I do have some sparse areas, so I'm just gonna do like light upward flicks to just kind of fill out my brows and give them a shape. But I'm not trying to have like this like whole structured brow that I'm outlining in concealer. You know, I just want it to look soft. I want it to look like my brows just be like that. And I'm only gonna fill in where I need it, just to give my brows back their shape, because right now they just, I don't know what's happening. So I'm just gonna do super light upward flicks in the bottom, and then I'm just gonna fill in that arch that I'm missing here. And sus. So I'm not gonna draw like a harsh line underneath my brows or anything. I'm just, you know, hair-like strokes over here, you know, just hair-like strokes. You know, you would think with all this regrowth that my brows would just be bushy as fuck, but like, I feel like I'm still missing stuff, you know? This eyebrow is always easier to fill in than the other one. I don't know why. This eyebrow just always has its shit together, you know? This is like the overachieving brow. Okay, just, you know, soft, giving it some shape, even though nobody knows what's happening over here. Okay, that's good enough. Then, to keep all these crazy hairs in place, I'm gonna go in with my Benefit 24-hour, what is this, brow setter, and just, you know, I feel like brushing up kind of keeps my shape distinguished. I don't know, is that the word I'm looking for? And this brow gel is like putting like gel in your hair. It's just clear, but it keeps my brows in place like all day. I'm really into that. By the way, I also use the Benefit Precisely My Brow. I don't know if I told y'all that. Anyway, for eyes, we're actually gonna go like super soft but sultry. It's gonna be really easy. I feel like for a date night look, I prefer to just wear matte shadows because they wear better for longer. I feel like when I put a shimmer on my lid, sometimes the shimmer does fall down over my cheeks, and I'm not trying to have all this glitter and shit on my cheeks, okay? I want everything to wear for as long as possible, and I feel like matte shadows just look better throughout the day than doing like a whole complicated look with shimmers and everything. So I'm going to start with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Amplifying Eye Primer. This is in the color Invisipink. I'd never seen that before. Do they have other colors? Oh man, you know what? I'm going to look into that. Because if they do, I need them. I don't know why I need them, but I need them. You know, this is why my videos take so long to edit, because I just never shut up. Anyways, I'm just blending that in with my finger. And you know, sometimes when I'm not wearing any eyeshadow at all, I'll put on this base before I do any foundation or concealer, and it actually keeps my foundation and concealer from creasing. So you could probably wear this in your smile lines. I could probably wear it in these lines up here to keep my shit from creasing. But I love this eye primer because it does keep everything from creasing, and it makes my shadows look so much more vibrant. Like, I feel like there are shadows that don't show up on my skin tone unless I wear this eye primer. Does that make sense? It is kind of sticky though, so you do have to let it dry down. I wouldn't go in with this primer and then immediately follow up with a shadow in your crease, because it's gonna stick in one place and it's not gonna blend well. So I'm gonna give that a minute to dry down. Okay, so this is dried down. For today's look, I'm going to use my Milk Cosmetics Rest palette. I've been obsessing with this palette. I'm actually going to start with the color here. This is called Rubbish, and I'm going to put this in my crease. I am taking it all the way from like the outer corner crease all the way into this inner corner, because I'm going to put actually a dark shade all over the lid, and I want it to be blended out all the way around. Look at me giving tips and tricks. I feel like I never actually talk about how I do my makeup, and like y'all are probably like, how does she do that? Can you help me? Like, my sister used to say that to me all the time, that I need to explain what I'm doing a little bit more, because like she would never get it. Like, anyway, so I've blended that out and I've kind of blown it out. I mean, it's pretty. It goes almost to my eyebrows, you know? I mean, it's to my eyebrows, because my eyebrows are just, ooh, they bushy. Next, I'm actually going to take a skinnier, like, it's still a pretty flimsy, like, brush or whatever. I mean, it's got good firmness to it, but it's like a skinny little blending brush. I'm going to go into Rust, and I'm just going to tap very lightly in there, and I'm going to put that in my crease also, but I'm going to blend it a little bit lower. So I'm going to place the product first in the outer and inner corner, and then I'm going to blend it into my crease. And I know it looks like patchy right there. That's not the eyeshadow. That's just my wrinkly ass eyelid. It only happens on that eye. I don't know why. I'm actually going to go back in with my other brush. I'm not going to put any more product on it. I'm just going to blend out all this craziness right here. I know it looks crazy right now. Just keep going. Okay, I feel like that was like the best advice I've ever gotten about doing my eyeshadow, is like, it always looks crazy before it looks good. Next, I'm actually going to take my finger and I'm going to go into Mar, and I'm actually going to, ooh. I'm actually going to place that in the center of my lid. Wow, that's pigmented. Oh my God. So I'm actually going to take that first brush I had, and I'm going to use that to just blend this out. I feel like that's the other piece of advice that nobody ever tells you or shows you, is that when you do your eyeshadow, there's so much blending. Just keep blending. When you think you've finished blending, blend a little bit more. Anyway, I'm going to go back in and just touch this up a little bit. And then I'm going to go black. I'm going to go black and blend. Okay, so that's it for the top, just 3 matte shadows. That's it. For the bottom, I'm going to go in with just a very small, tiny blending brush. I mean, you can see how much smaller it is than, I mean, you see it's like much smaller. So I'm going to go in with this tiny blending brush, and I actually like it because it's like round and tapered, so it blends things out and blows them out really well. And I like that for the lower lash line. I'm going to drag this down a little bit. It's going to look a little crazy at first, but I'm going to do that to the lower lash line. I'm going to go in with Rubbish, and I'm going to blend this out on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to go in with like a tiny pencil brush, and I'm going to go into Rust and blend that out only in the outer corners of the lower lash line. And then just kind of connect it to the top here so that it looks cohesive, you know? Look at me, big word, cohesive. That's it for the eyes. I'm gonna go in with mascara. This is the Pat McGrath Labs Fetish Eyes Mascara. I really like this because it adds volume and length, but it looks like feathery and soft. Like your eyelashes don't look like crunchy and like spidery or clumpy. I really love this mascara. It actually looks like you've gotten the most natural set of eyelash extensions where they've added fullness, but they still look like your lashes, you know what I mean? Okay, for eyeliner, I'm actually gonna use this one from Tarte. This is the Tarteist Double Take Eyeliner. This is just in the shade brown. I'm actually just gonna take the eye pencil, and I'm only gonna put this on the outer corner of my top and bottom lash line, just because I'm a contact wearer, and like when stuff cakes up in my eyes, it like gets all over my contacts. So I'm only gonna line the outer corner so that it doesn't look completely naked. And it also kind of gives you a cat eye effect without having to do a winged liner. You know what I mean? It just looks, you know? Okay, so before I do my lips, I'm gonna set my face. This is from Milani. I've actually been really liking this. This is the new Supercharged Revitalizing Facial Mist. Again, I'm in Jersey, so it's like really cold and my skin is like really dry. I mean, not like really dry. I still have oily skin, but the cold air just really sucks the oils out of my face. So I've actually been really loving this to set my face. The mist on it is actually pretty nice. I mean, it's a little aggressive, like it wets your face, but I feel like it hydrates really nicely and it just melts everything into your skin, so everything looks like your skin. So I'm gonna do this real quick. And again, because we don't have like a ton of layers on the skin, we don't have like liquid foundation and then liquid concealer and then powder and then bronzer on top of that. I feel like doing that and then setting your face kind of lets everything melt into your skin, and it looks like just your skin is like that. Like you're naturally blushing, like you naturally have bronzer on. You know, it doesn't look like layer after layer after layer. That's why I like to concentrate foundation in the center of my face where I need the most coverage, because I'm not going to put bronzer on my nose. I'm just not doing it. But I feel like it gives your skin the most natural look, but also it wears off so much better. So like eventually when you do make it to the bedroom, you know, and things get kind of messy, your makeup won't look crazy when it's wearing off, you know? With that said, for lips, I would just go straight for a gloss or even a lip balm. I wouldn't wear lipstick or a liquid lipstick, even though they're like super long wearing. I just feel like with lip gloss, if you eat, if you kiss, if you make out, it just wears off better and it doesn't look so obvious. So I'm actually gonna go and I'm gonna take that sponge. I'm not gonna put any more product on it. I'm just gonna take whatever's left on it and I'm just gonna cover my lips a little. I have really pigmented lips. They're like purple. So this just kind of helps tone down that color. And then y'all already know my favorite lip glosses. These are both from Fenty. I actually have the cream gloss here in Honey Waffles. This just goes with my look. Okay. But you could also wear the Fenty Glow, the original Fenty Glow. This is like, I mean, you see, she's been loved. Anyway, but I'm just gonna go with the cream gloss. Now this is a pigmented gloss, so you do get a little bit of color, but I like to sheer it out. So I'll concentrate it on the center of my lips with the most product, and then I'll kind of dab off the applicator and then finish just to kind of sheer it out. I'm gonna take my finger and just blur those lip lines because I don't want it to look like a super structured, you know, lip. That way if you eat and it wears off, it just looks, it looks fine, you know? And then should you decide not to reapply, you're fine, you know? Anyway, that's it. This is the look, you know? It's natural, it's date night, it's sultry, it's Valentine's Day, you know? You could wear it with sweats, you could, you know, actually dress up, you could undress. It's a very versatile look. Anyway, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought. I mean, do y'all wear pink on Valentine's Day? Do y'all wear red? I mean, I imagine a lot of people are out there, you know, coming out with those red lips, you know, and that's like cool and all, but it can be messy. Anyway, let me just shut up. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe and stay tuned. Is that the hole it's supposed to come out of? Okay. These baby hairs. If you know what I mean. Oh, I shook the camera. Oh god, why am I like this? I was like picking at my face yesterday and I knew I shouldn't have, and now I have like a zit here. Damn it. These baby hairs. What, you know what, just whatever. This feels weird doing it without like a mirror like right up in my face. Something is tickling my nose hairs. This is the Monochromatic. Why can't I do this? Gotta do the chins, you know? I'm gonna use my Natasha Denona. Oh god. Like, why am I like this? I'm gonna go put this shit away because it's like pissing me off over here. Wait. Is this drying down enough? God, my eyebrows look crazy. Oh my god. I'm so stupid. God, these baby hairs just don't want me to be great. Okay, so for today, I'm just gonna use this, and I'm gonna go into, how do people do this? Are you okay? Yeah. Wow, how do I have to pee like a racehorse? Do y'all hear that? You know? Okay, really, I gotta get out of here.